Hi, and welcome to the big comfy chair. Pull yourself up, a nice place to sit, grab yourself a drink, and today we're going to be crocheting a banana peel. So, I just thought I'd let you know that this is one of my first videos, so hopefully if there's some oddities with camera angle or anything like that, you'll forgive me. I'm hoping this works out, but this is one of those things where we're going to have to see as we go. Okay, so my name is Mana, and I'm Mana of Mana Made It. I like to craft. I craft because it keeps me from going crazy. So what we're working on today is a peel for this lovely little banana. So we're going to start off with our magic ring. And into that magic ring, we're going to work 6 single chain stitches. One, two, three, 4, 5. So the yarn we are using today is this one here is the French Cotton by Hobie. So hoping that catches. And this is color number 10. It's just a brown. I can put a link down below to where you find this. And so we're going to use a small amount of brown, a small amount of a green, also in cotton. This is the rainbow cotton, and this one here is number 19. And then for the most part, we're going to be using a half ball of the rainbow cotton. This is the 8/8 weight, although you could use the 6/8 or the 4/8 if you wanted to make a smaller banana. And this is going to be the color number 90, so this is egg yolk. And for a hook right now, we're working on a 3.5 millimeter, or sized appropriately for what you would use for an 8/8 weight or a worsted weight cotton in amigurumi. Size, because this is amigurumi, is not that important. So now that we have our 6 stitches, we are on the first one going to slip the stitch to join it in the round. I shouldn't have tightened that. Oh goodness. Excuse me while I struggle. And I do apologize about my hands. They're not the prettiest. I don't do my nails or anything fancy. I just work them hard. So, slip the stitch to join. Okay? From this point on, we're going to be working in the round. We're not going to be slipping the stitch to join at the end of every round. So, the next round, we're going to be working with the back loop only. So, that would be this most right here, if you can see. And we're just going to be working 6 single chains in the back loops. And that's just to help this turn easier, so that it makes a nice stem. And so because I'm working amigurumi, I like to work the cross stitches, which is the first half of the single chain is worked under and the second half is worked over. It gives it a smaller, neater stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, being careful not to split the thread. 5 and 6. So that completes the first 2 rounds, and I'll just make sure this is all nicely organized now. There we go. And the next 2 rounds, I'm just going to be working single chain in each stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're back to the beginning. Now, I haven't trimmed this tail because I am actually going to use it to stuff this little piece. I am now going to, though, cut this brown yarn and join into green. So we'll cut the brown. And so now we'll just be using a few scraps of a green in the same cotton. And so other than wanting to keep the material type the same, really the big one here is that you don't need much. So if you have something and it's appropriate, grab that, so long as it's sort of banana green. You know, the color's, because you're only doing 2 rounds, the color's not going to be that important. 1. And so for this first green round, we're going to increase into every stitch. So we're going to end up with 12 stitches total. So there's my first increase. 1, 4, 5, 6, 7. Geez, I make this look awkward. My hands are tired. I've been working on this. Worked late on this last night. 8, 9, 10, 2, and just to double check, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. And it's always a good idea to make sure you have the right number of stitches. Okay, so with this next one, we are going to do a single chain and then an increase all the way around until we have 18 stitches. So increase to make 3. The next stitch is a single chain, an increase will bring you to 6 stitches, single chain for 7, increase, brings you. So now that I've worked my increase row, I have 18 stitches, and I will be switching over to yellow. And so for this one, it's just going to be a row of single chain around. So we're going to switch over. Do a round of single crochet. And so from here on out, we're not going to be switching colors, which is nice. There will be many fewer ends to weave in. And if you didn't want the little green at your stem, you could switch directly into yellow and save 2 ends to weave in, but it would look a little different. One sec. Okay, sorry about that interruption. Wasn't expecting that. So we're just going to continue working this one here, a round of single crochet. Okay, so and now from 18 stitches, we're going to go to 24. So our next increase round is going to be 1, 2 single crochet, followed by an increase. So 1, 2 single crochet, increase, 1, 2 single crochet, increase brings us to 12 stitches around, 1, 2 single crochet, and an increase for 16, 1, 2 single crochet, and an increase brings us to 20, and 1, 2 single crochet, and an increase for 24. Okay, so now that we're at 24 stitches, the next round we're going to do is a round of single crochet again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24. Now, I'm at the point where I'm far enough away. Sorry about my head in the way. Stitch markers, where are you? Oh, we'll just grab one from over here. I am now going to mark the beginning of the round, just so I don't lose it. I can still see it, just based on this jog, but things are about to get a little more complicated and we are going to get further away from that, so I am going to mark the beginning of the round, and I'll move that up as I need it. So the next row is going to be an increase. So this increasing row goes 1, 2, 3 single crochet, 1, 2 of the, and that's the increase, so that makes 5, 1, 2, 3, single crochet, and an increase for 10, 1, 2, 3 single crochet, 1, 2 for 15 with the increase, 1, 2, 3 single crochet, 1, increase, 1, 2, 3 single crochet, and increase the stitch count for the next long while, so don't forget 30. 30 is really important. Now that we are into the 30 stitch count, the first thing we're going to do is a row to help it to lean. So that's going to be a decrease, and we're going to do an invisible decrease, which is work through the front loops only of 2 stitches. So work that, and then I'm looking at my notes here. 14 single chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Then we're going to work an increase, 2 stitches in 1. And then the remainder of the round, which is 13 stitches, or single chain. Four, six, okay, and if I can figure out how to time lapse that, that won't have been in real time. I'm gonna try and increase some of the single chaining times, or like increase the speed on them, so you don't have to worry how fast you are if you had to pause or slow down. Everybody works at their own pace, so that's really important to remember. Okay, now that we've done the first leading row, the second row we're going to do, so this is row 12, is going to be a row of single chain. Oh, excuse me. Okay, so now that I've completed my row of single chain, the next one I'm going to do is another leading row. So that starts off with the decrease, through the front loops, 14 single chain, an increase, and 13 single chain to complete the round. So tell me, what brings you to amigurumi? What brings you to crochet? Why did you pick up a hook in the first place? And why is it that that brought you then to making toys or stuffies? And how long have you been doing it? I'd love to know. What's your experience level? Where are you starting out? I'd love to hear from everyone. I'm enjoying doing a lot of pattern design, so I thought I would start sharing that with the world. It's been a passion of mine for a while. So, okay, so there's around a single crochet, and again we're going to do another decrease, another leaning row. So that starts off with a decrease. No, wait, that's a lie. Hold on. Yeah, no, I just did that. So the next row is a row of single crochet. And I will fast forward through this if I can. Okay, and here we are back at the beginning of the round. As you can see, this really is starting to look like a banana, and it's got a bit of a lean. Okay, so the next row that we're going to work is another leaning row. So that is going to be a decrease. Followed by 14 single crochets. So lose count there, why don't we? Sounds like fun. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, and then we're going to work our increase. So let me tell you a little bit about myself. We're going to work 13 single crochets to finish the round. So I came to knitting when I was 4. My mom taught me. She was a knitter and a seamstress. And then I first learned to crochet when I was a teenager. I taught myself out of a dummies book. It was a questionable experience, and I definitely got a lot of things wrong. I tried it again quite a few times after that, but always off books or YouTube, or just thinking I could do it sometimes. And never trying to learn with a real person, which meant that I was making some pretty bad errors. I then actually met somebody who was able to show me what I was doing wrong, and since then, my love of crochet has really taken off. Um, so the next thing we're going to do is work 2 rounds of single crochet. So, yeah, I enjoy making toys for my daughter. That's really what got me hooked on crochet. But that being said, I have been working with yarn, and I love yarn, and I'm just a crafter at heart. And I want this to be a place where everybody can feel free to be polycraftual or weird or enjoy whatever they like. You know, just a free, safe space. I'm a mental health warrior or survivor, as the case may be. And crafting is the thing I do so I don't kill people. Sometimes literally. Not that I'm violent, but like, it gives me the patience that I was not born with. So, here we go. Finish this row with single crochet, then another one. Okay, so now we've completed 2 rows of single chain. The next thing we're going to do is another leaning row. So again, that starts with a decrease. Invisible decrease at that. 14 single chains. 6, and then an increase. And then 13 single chains to complete the round. And what you will start to notice is that your banana is definitely starting to get a curved shape and a nice depth through to it. Now, I did take a couple moments off camera and weave in my ends down in the bottom, just because they were getting annoying for getting in the way of filming, and I wanted to make it neater, and they were tickling my fingers. But you can absolutely wait that till the end, because you can turn this inside out, and that will give you the ability to look down inside and go ahead and do what you're hoping for. So there we have it. There's all of those. Next, we're going to do 3 rounds of single chain. Okay, so as you can see, we've completed 3 rows of single crochet, and the banana really is starting to have a decent lean to it. It's starting to have a curve. So our next row is another leaning row. So again, that starts with a decrease. And 14 single crochet. Then we're going to do an increase row, or an increase stitch. Row, what am I talking about? And 13 single crochets to finish the row. And we will be following this with 4 rows of single crochet. After this 4 rows of single crochet, we will be dividing and working back and forth, because then we'll be starting the 3 peels. So I'm going to finish this, and then I'm going to work 4 rows of single crochet, and I will be back when that is done. Okay, so now I have my 4 rows of single crochet done, and if we put a finished banana in it, you can really start to see that it's taking shape. It definitely looks like a banana. So, at this point, we are now going to be working back and forth across the next 10 stitches. So 1, because we are starting the peels, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and because we're working back and forth, we're going to single crochet, we're going to chain 1, and then we're going to work in the second stitch from the loop to come back 10. So that's row 2 of the peel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, single crochet again, and we're going to start backwards, or start working back for row 3 of the peel. And in total, we are going to work 13 rows of peel, just single crochet across 10 stitches, back and forth 13 times till there are 13 rows of peel. So just like this. There we go. And this is row 4. Now with the peel, you're going to work this 3 times, each time over 10 stitches. So when we complete the first one, we're going to detach the yarn and restart it again down on the next 10 stitch block to make a second peel. And in total, 3 of these peels will be worked. And that will let your banana peel from all sides. So that's 4, this is number 5. So with these peels, you can make one for sure from a ball of Hobie rainbow cotton. But you can't quite get a second one. You could possibly, depending on how loose or tight you stitch and your gauge, get a regular banana, however. So you could get one peelable banana and one regular banana out of this. The inside of the banana, you could get one inside and then use the rest of the ball to make banana coins if you wanted to, say, get one ball of yellow and one ball of the egg yolk officially, and one ball of the other, the creamy color, they call it. What do they call it? Nude. So if you wanted to do that, that would use up the balls for you. We'll come pretty darn close. Oops. I did. 3. Okay, so I will be back with you when I have 13 of these rows worked back and forth across. And we will begin to taper off the top and finish this section of peel. So as you can see, that's how we're working, and when we have 13, I'll be back. Okay, so now that I have 13 rows back and forth here, we're going to do a decrease row. So again, slip this slip stitch or chain 1 to do the row transition, because we are going to be doing single crochets. And then the first thing we're going to be doing is a decrease, and this is not an invisible decrease. Okay, and then 6 single crochets. and another decrease, and again, not an invisible decrease. So this is going through the full loop, and that's just because we're working on the edges here, so we want to keep it looking good on the front and the back. Chain 1 to transition, and this row we are just going to single crochet. Okay, and chain 1, and then on this row we're going to decrease again, then 4 single crochet in the middle, two, and then these last 2 stitches here are going to be a decrease. So invisible decreases in the body and regular decreases in the peels. Chain 1, and we're going to decrease again, chain or 2 single crochets and a decrease. Chain 1, and the last row is 2 decreases back to back. 1, 2, and that makes a banana peel. So if we take the banana, we put the banana in, you can see that it just comes up nice and over, just enough to cover, but when we put it down it also looks nice. So now we're going to cut the yarn, leaving a tail long enough to weave the ends in. Tie her up. We'll weave that end in later. And we're going to start on the second peel. So, since this was the last stitch I worked, I'm going to come right over here. And we're going to work 10 stitches. So, come in here. We're going to, fight this a little bit. It's always hard on the first join. I'm going to do 10 stitches. And this is the first row of the peel. And so I will put a time that you can go back to, which will take you back to where the video starts for the peel, and you are going to repeat that peel instruction over this block of 10 stitches and over this block of 10 stitches over here as well. I will be back when my banana has 3 peels. Now that I've done my 3 peels, I have woven in my ends. If you haven't woven in yours, do so now. And I put my inner banana in, but this is what we have. With a lovely removable banana. So I will put a link down below for the pattern for the banana inside. as well as a link to a playlist that I'm creating, which is going to be all kinds of crochet food. We're going to start off with fruits and veggies, just play food for kids. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this pattern. I hope you enjoyed this cheeky little sprite. It's a lovely little banana. And I look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you and have a good one.